Hey, church, good morning. Look, it's a beautiful day. I'm out here in the backyard reading my Bible. I read my Bible every morning, and I hope you do too. And, one of my Bible studies, my devotion is called Gaze on His Face. Hebrews 12, 1 to 2. It says, "Therefore, we also have such a large cloud of witness surrounding us. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily ensnares us and run with endurance the race that lies before us, keeping our eyes on Jesus, uh, the source of perfect faith, who for the joy that lie before him, for the joy that lie before him, and the cross and the cross and despised the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of God's throne." Verse 3 says, "Consider him who endures such hostility from sinners against himself, so that you won't grow weary and lose heart." Verse 4, "And struggling against sin, that you have not yet resisted to the point of shedding your blood, and you have forgotten the exaltation that addresses you as my son. Do not take the Lord's discipline lightly or faint when you are reproved, for the Lord disciplines the ones he loves and punishes every son whom he receives." In order to stay spiritually fresh, you must keep your eyes fully focused on Jesus. Um, our Lord was the most alert and live person that the world has ever seen. Never once do we read that Jesus had the experiences told his disciples, "Hurry up." Never once do we read that Jesus experienced a staleness in his faith, um, or had to confess to being out of touch with heaven. He was never out of touch with heaven. He was never out of touch with God. He was always in tune with timing. Um, so, we need to focus on him. We need to focus on him. And uh, he was always doing the right thing at the right time. Even after a period of prolonged fasting in the wilderness, um, he faced the immense temptation, but he was not as he was exhausted. He turned not exhausted and limp as a wet rag, but in power of the Spirit, he was spiritually fresh to the umpteenth power. Jesus, even though he fasted for 40 days, he never grew weary, he never grew tired, and he never lost focus of his mission to go to the cross, to teach his disciples, to teach us um, how awesome God is. So we got to keep our eyes on Jesus, and when we're chastised, when we make mistakes, God's going to correct us, and that's just proof that we're His children. If you can bully people, if you can sin and not get corrected, that's a red flag that maybe you're not one of his children. So, you know, uh, it is great encouragement when we make mistakes, when we sin, sometimes intentionally, that God takes us to the woodshed. So God bless you. Don't get discouraged if you're being corrected by the Lord. It's just proof that you're His and that He loves you. So God bless you. Hope you have a great week.